Hey everybody, how you doing? This is episode 21 of Dan's Expert Tips for Authors, Publishers, and Speakers who want to make some money. I am Dan Blanchard, the best-selling and award-winning author, speaker, and educator, as well as the Connecticut president for the Association of Publishers for Special Sales and the co-host of Mindalia TV. Today I want to talk to you about time management. Okay, so one little technique that I use is I do a lot of little 20, 30-minute blocks when I can, especially early in the morning when everybody's sleeping. I'm not going to be interrupted. Okay, so for example, I get up every single day at 4 o'clock, right? Which in itself is very efficient, right? You get more done when you get up early. And then from 4 to 4:30, I read. Now, I could read for hours, but I don't. Just 30 minutes, 4 to 4:30. And then from 4:30 to 5, I answer emails, do some social media and some marketing. Again, I could do that for hours, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's just 30 minutes, that's it. And then from 5 to 5:30, I do the writing. Now, again, I could write for hours, but I don't. I just do that 30-minute block of writing. I just go to it, all right? And then from 5:30 to 6, basically, I'm in the gym. And that includes the 10-minute drive there. So, 10-minute drive there, 20 minutes in the gym. Now, again, I could stay in the gym for hours. I wish. I'd love to stay in the gym for hours, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? 10-minute drive there, 20-minute workout, and boom, I'm done, and I'm off to work all day long, all right? So that's something I do in the morning. I get a lot done. Think about it. I get the reading done. I get the social media, emails, marketing. I get writing done. I get the exercise in. And I do it all before I go to work. All right, so imagine that. So another place where we got to watch what we're using our time is social media. For me, social media, I just get in there, I just kind of drop a few things in there, maybe briefly browse. I'm talking, maybe 10 likes or whatever, just briefly. You got to really keep that under control or that will get away from you. So have a goal, have a purpose when you're setting out to do certain things, and you won't just meander along and we can lose lots of time, all right? And another thing, when you get emails or text or whatever, papers come across your desk, do the best you can to touch things once. Don't put it off for later because they pile up. And even you just looking at a bunch of things and not doing anything about it except for putting it in a pile, that takes time. You don't want to waste that time, okay? So I know some people use that new, semi-new Pomodoro technique. It's very strict, very rigid. If you need that sort of discipline in your life, that's great. There's a bunch of different ways of doing it. Some people do it 20 minutes on, 5 minutes off, 20 minutes on, 5 minutes off, whatever. I mean, that's great for some people. I can't do that because I need way more flexibility. You know what I'm saying? Way more flexibility in my life, and I don't need the breaks. I can just go from one thing to another in the morning. But once my kids are up, once life is going, once I'm at work or whatever, and people up and stirring, I need way more flexibility. So I don't really use the Pomodoro technique because I need to just be able to do whatever I need to be able to do whenever I can do it. Right? I multitask all the time. I do it all the time. You can't really do it so much with the Pomodoro technique. There are times I'll be listening to a book, audiobook, while I'm posting, let's say, mindless things on social media, while I'm driving my car, right, while I'm waiting in line at the post office, right? I mean, one time I think I did it was getting a haircut. So I multitask all the time, and I'm always looking for what's the best use of my time. Again, if I'm just standing in line at the post office, right, why would I just waste that time? Do something, something beneficial. Listen to an audiobook, whatever, do something, right? So, believe it or not, inefficiency costs us all of us, at least an hour a day. So if you think about that, that's 30 hours a month. I mean, what could you do if you could get back 30 hours a month? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? All right? So you got to think, where are you spending your time? You know what I'm saying? Are you reading too much? Are you doing what's it's kind of hard to do? But if you got a lot of other things to do, maybe it is. Are you doing too much time on social media? Are you watching TV too much? Are you doing your email too much? I mean, some people are actually on their email 6 hours a day, according to some new studies that are out. 6 hours a day. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Schedule your email. Right? Some people just schedule the email once a day. Some people do it twice a day. I pretty much do it twice a day, early in the morning, and then at night I do it. And then sometimes during lunch, I'll just look and see if there's any emergencies that popped up. But anything that's not an emergency, I just leave nighttime. So I pretty much check my email maybe twice a day. I am not on email all day long. You can't do that. It'll spend so much of your time. It's not good for you. Another thing I do is I record my TV shows. Every night, my wife and I pretty much watch 2 TV shows, but we watch them in an hour and a half because we record them first and then we zip through the commercials. So instead of spending 2 hours watching TV at night, we're spending an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, whatever works for you, just find out, what you're doing, where you're spending your time, and what you can do more efficient, what you can multitask. do those sort of things. I'm telling you, you're going to better manage your time. You're going to get better results. And you do that all the time, you're going to get like, great results. Okay, so I'm going to be back real soon to talk to you about episode 22. But in the meantime, be sure to check me out on danblanchard.net and granddaddysecrets.com, and I'll see you real soon.